All right. Let's start off with the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees is gonzo. Seems as if Jameis Winston is going to be in line to start for the Saints. Does he have any fantasy value this year?
No.
Is he, though? Is he in line to be the starter?
Well, I mean, as of right now, yes.
They paid Taysom Hill.
Still early, Q.
Well, Taysom Hill has a weird clause in his contract.
They pay him for every position known to man. His paycheck is him combined being like a quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. He gets paid a little bit for each position.
Yeah. Jameis Winston might have been a sleeper when Michael Thomas was healthy at best, but without Michael Thomas, wide receiver core looks ugly.
Dismal.
Yeah, he's just going to need Alvin Kamara to catch everything out of the backfield and just take it like 80 yards to have any value. So,
well, hopefully he doesn't just run the ball himself the whole game, because he also hasn't had the games he played with Alvin Kamara last year. They weren't as good as you'd hope.
For Winston?
Oh, well, for Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about Taysom Hill.
Keep switching topics here, leading me to my next question. How long of a leash does Jameis Winston have before Sean Payton's poster child, Taysom Hill, gets the shot there?
I think it's very short, just because of his history of turnovers and, like you said, how much Payton loves Taysom Hill. He was QB6 when Brees was out last year, the games that he played for. So I guess because he can run the ball, but it wasn't cute.
No, it's definitely ugly football. It's like almost like college football, the way Taysom Hill runs the offense. Yeah, I'm not touching either of them if the either or is the quarterback. Maybe Taysom Hill is more of a sleeper, but yeah, I would agree. Jameis Winston's leash is definitely pretty short. I don't think he's going to get.
I don't even think he has a leash.
Yeah, I mean, he throws a ton of
Sean
picks.
Payton's just holding him by the neck, and he's I'm killing you.
I do think, though, if Jameis Winston is a starter, he does give some sort of a higher ceiling to all the other players, just because he's just going to be a guy that's going to air the ball out, and he doesn't really have that ability to run or that option. So it's like you may not want to start Jameis Winston, but you'll feel better if you have like Callaway or what's the tight end's name?
Troutman.
Yeah.
And they also have don't sleep on Juan Johnson.
Should I still sleep on Traquan Swift?
Yeah.
I've got 3 pillows sleeping on him.
That's the.
All right. Michael Thomas, as I just hinted at, he's looking to miss a substantial amount of time this season, not returning until week 7 at the earliest. It looks like he's going to start the season on the PUP list. So are you drafting him knowing that you're not going to get him until week 7? And if you are, where are you targeting him?
I'll draft him as like my
headache on my team.
wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5.
Well, you're hoping that you're drafting him and you don't have to deal with the headache. That you draft him late enough that you don't have to think about him really. But yeah, coming back that late, it's gonna hurt. He did have it. What if Taysom Hill somehow is the quarterback? That's like the one I hate Taysom Hill, but I just think he's gonna be the better fantasy player if he's the starter. Michael Thomas had at least 50 receiving yards in the 4 games that they played together. 0 touchdowns though, so that's kind of concerning if you're hoping for old Michael Thomas, which I don't know if we're ever going to get that anymore.
Yeah.
It's a weird guy now.
I think I'm on the other side of that. I think I'd prefer Jameis just because he's going to air it out more. And then he's like, we saw Jameis used to force feed Mike Evans the ball, and Mike Evans would just get a ton of volume and eat with Jameis Winston. So I think Michael Thomas could be that guy if Jameis is QB, but I think either way, he's going to have value no matter who's quarterback. But yeah, I agree with T-Gods. Around wide receiver 4 or 5 is where I'm targeting him. Definitely don't want to draft him as my flex. Like if you're taking him that early, like that's scary territory because you're going to be waiting 6 weeks without a solid flex.
That's 7 weeks of a backup.
Yeah, you want to draft him outside of headache range.
Yeah, definitely like after wide receiver 40 is when I'm like, all right, at this point, am I drafting Michael Thomas or Michael Pittman?
No name, right?
JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Stop. Well, that's like wide receiver 9,000. An ADP. All right, let's do some cap or no cap. Let's talk about Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara's ceiling is running back 1 and his floor is running back 5. Cap or no cap?
Cap. I think his ceiling is
cap.
RB6. Or floor is RB6.
Any reason to say cap? Like
I'm being
like
technical.
one spot
He has to be technical, Sean. You know,
I guess.
About that.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, the offense is clearly going to run through him. Like we just said, Michael Thomas is going to be out at least like 6-7 weeks. And Kamara is just going to be the beneficiary of that. He's going to get force spread from either Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston. It doesn't matter. He's going to be running the ball, catching the ball, everything. So that volume alone and his talent is easily going to put him at least RB5.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. No cap. Definitely RB1 through 5. Alvin Kamara. We saw him finish top 3 last year. I don't know, he might have been number 1 actually, or number 2. It's close between him and Dow. Either way, Alvin Kamara. Draft him top 5. After Michael Thomas, the top Saints wide receiver will not be anything more than a flex option at best. Cap or no cap?
No cap.
Can I give you some relevant fantasy news? Actually, that has to do with the Saints wide receiver core.
All right, hit me.
Today they signed Kevin White.
Irrelevant.
He was supposed to be good.
He was supposed to be good.
Yeah, he definitely was. He had some really good games in college, but never really transitioned well to the NFL. I'm saying no cap.
No cap.
I'm not drafting any Saints wide receivers until like last round dart throw. Like Callaway or Traquan Smith. But like I don't like them at all. It's like an ugly dart throw that you're just hoping that they evolve as the wide receiver 1 with MT out. But it's only 6 weeks of value too. As soon as Michael Thomas is back, which could be longer, but still. Either way, no thank you. All right, last cap or no cap. Adam Troutman could end up being the number 1 option with Michael Thomas out and should be considered a top 15 tight end.
No cap. I wanted to say cap, but it's no cap just because there's literally nobody else on the team except for Kamara. That's it.
I'm going to say cap. I'm going to go on the other side. I think they also have another tight end, Juan Johnson, who is a bigger
Nobody cares
sleeper.
about him.
He's way more athletic than Adam Troutman, better receiver. Troutman's more built to be more of a blocking tight end, but he does have some receiving skills. He's got a good catch radius. But I'm splitting hairs. I'm probably not drafting a Saints tight end, especially with the quarterback situation. So that's why I'm saying cap more than anything. I don't know if he finishes top 15, but if he does evolve as the number 1 tight end, then maybe.
Speaking of blocking tight ends, F to Tim Tebow. And F to me and T God's bet that he gets 2 catches in a season.
I win.
No, he didn't play. He didn't make the team.
Wait, didn't I bet you that he wouldn't make it through preseason or something?
I don't know.
I remember that. There's like T God's got notes somewhere.
I got the notes.
There was like a cluster of.
T God's keeps receipts.
I do.
God, I need him to sign somebody.
I'll have to go back to the Jaguars episode and check it out. All right. Let's do some bold takes and favorite targets for the Saints. Matt, what do you got? Start us off.
Well, like we just were, I'm hating on every single one of the Saints wide receivers, especially since Michael Thomas is missing almost half the season. No Saints wide receiver finishes top 35, mainly due to quarterback play and their own play. I just don't trust Jameis or Taysom Hill to really be a viable quarterback to get anybody on that team other than like maybe Kamara or Troutman fantasy value. So honestly, I'm avoiding all Saints wide receivers at all costs because I think that offense, aside from Kamara, is going to be a shit show.
Definitely. I agree with that for sure. T-Gods, what do you got for us?
Alvin Kamara is going to finish as the number 1 running back on the season over CMC.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I'm not like there's no like big like numbers I can give you or anything. It's literally just because there's no one on the team. It's literally the Kamara show. He's going to be doing everything. He's going to eat every game. I'm telling you.
New Orleans Alvin Kamara's.
It just scares me though because I feel like he's going to have a lot of work, and a lot of work comes a lot of wear and tear
on your body. Yep.
It's been 4 straight years. He's had at least 80 catches. So
he's so good.
Super consistent. He was number 1 last year, so I could see it happening again.
He's going to give us a Christmas Day game every game this year.
Yeah, he needs a big game like that. That's what put him to number 1.
Chill out with all that.
All right, Q, what's your take here?
So I think this year you should avoid drafting Saints defense. They finished top 7 last year and they led the league with 18 interceptions, but I think the combination of their departures due to salary cap and their offense we've talked about is not going to be as good this year, so they may not be on the field as long, causing the defense to be on the field longer. I think it's going to be a defense that you're just going to be streaming possibly. They did have 6 games last year where they had 14 or more points, but I think that the loss of the players that they lost is big, and the core of their defense isn't too young. So I think they could be worn out quick. And yeah, you just want to play for the juicy matchups pretty much.
Yeah, definitely more of a bye week fill-in defense this year than a viable starting one every week. All right, I'll finish this off here for the Saints. Michael Thomas will be top 5 on a points per game basis when he comes back healthy. Like I mentioned already, I like him with either quarterback, preferring Jameis Winston. He's going to take this offense up another level when he does eventually come back, compared to the pass catchers that we mentioned are not that great already. Like they just signed Kevin White off the street, who hasn't been good in multiple years at this point, getting his like 4th, 5th chance. Michael Thomas, we've seen him be the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy. I don't see why he wouldn't be top 5 if he's fully healthy.
We also forgot to mention Chris Hogan. And is there a chance Trevor Siemian plays this year?
No.
Ian Book?
All right, this is why we don't mention these guys.
Shut up.
Tommy Lee Lewis? Rather see Tommy Lee
Jamie
Jones.
Lee Curtis?
Maybe if you play with like punt returners in your league, then maybe you can draft Tommy Lee Lewis.
And they also have Nick Vannett as their TE2, so don't disrespect him. You have Juan Johnson, and he's the 3rd tight end.
Juan Johnson, he's making some plays in preseason.
So is Nick Vannett, obviously.
Keep an eye on.